mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Errol Spence Jr. just shocked the boxing world. And no, I'm not talking about another fight announcement. I'm talking about who he's been spotted training with. Because after all the bad blood, the trash talk, the fight of the year hype, and that brutal night in Vegas, Errol Spence Jr. has officially linked up with none other than Terence "Bud" Crawford. And Errol's first words after those sessions? Let's just say he didn't hold back, calling Crawford ready and hinting at a game plan that might just crack the Canelo code. Because Errol's not just talking about Bud's skills, he's sending a message to the entire boxing world. Let's break it down.
Terence "Bud" Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. for providing us an unbelievable night of boxing here in Las Vegas.
If you told me back in July 2023 that Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford would be swapping training tips, I'd have said you were dreaming. Back then, they were fresh off their mega fight, Crawford dominating, handing Spence his first loss, and cementing himself as pound-for-pound king.
How hard does Spence hit?
He didn't hit that hard.
But he never caught you that clean. That was probably the best shot he landed.
No, he caught me a couple of times, but I was surprised at how hard he didn't hit.
Really?
And given that everybody say, "Oh, he's a big puncher," he's this. I think he's just a volume puncher. I think he just wears opponents down, just wear them down. I don't think he has a one-punch knockout. He have power, but it's not like boom, sleep. Right. I mean, I think it's like bam, oh, boom, 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 and then he just wear you down.
Right. Yeah. That is a difference, right?
Because if you look at his career, you never seen him like knock nobody out with one punch. You never see him, dropping nobody with one punch. You always see him like wearing them down. That's why he goes so hard to the body, because he want to wear you down. Then once you get tired and once your body start weakening, everything started weakening. And those little punches that wasn't hurting start hurting.
But here's the twist. In boxing, respect runs deeper than rivalry. Sources close to Crawford's camp say that after their fight, the two stayed in touch. Errol admired Bud's discipline. Bud respected Errol's grit.
Describe Terence's power, and when did you really get a feel for it for the first time tonight?
I got a feel for his power, probably like first, second round. He's a strong dude, but everybody at this top level have some type of power. But I think because my time was out, he was catching me in between shots.
So when Crawford started plotting his biggest challenge yet, Canelo Alvarez, guess whose name popped up as the perfect sparring mind? Errol's camp says he didn't even hesitate. If I can help him beat Canelo, I'm all in, he reportedly told his trainer. And that's how we got this insane partnership. One man who's been in the ring with Bud, now helping him prepare for the fight of his life.
What you talking about? I knew he was going to be here.
And you knew I was going to pull up.
That's why I came.
Did you know I was going to pull up?
Oh, God, I knew he was going to be here.
Did you know I was going to pull up?
AC, where you at?
Did you know I was
got
going
a
to
text
pull up?
message, nigga, from 3 o'clock.
And you got a, and you got a FaceTime from me and you didn't answer.
I don't know your number. What you talking about? You got my number.
But now you know, save it.
All right, let's talk about what's really going down inside that gym, because this ain't your regular hit the pads for Instagram clout kind of session. This is fight specific. Canelo targeted chess game preparation.
Yeah, we're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot. Get it in. Let's get it. Honor the grace, do what we gotta do. Let's get it, baby. September 13th. Here we come.
Errol Spence Jr. isn't just standing around shouting encouragement. He's actively running Bud through the exact kind of drills you only see when you're preparing for a counterpunching, body hunting, head movement master like Canelo Alvarez.
Like that. I'm gonna have to take that.
It's work time, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Y'all got your hot sauce? Can't wait. All right, then, come prepared.
Bud say he don't eat hot sauce.
You know that.
Yeah.
I tell you that.
Can I ask how the hell he knew I didn't eat hot sauce? Errol.
Julie?
I didn't know you didn't eat hot sauce, so that's not me.
He said you don't even eat hot sauce. I said, how the you know that?
Good inside information. That
Yeah.
sounds like Bomac.
I didn't know you don't eat hot sauce. Ish, just like the old Ish, want to blame everything on Bo.
Yeah, exactly.
From what's leaking out of camp, Errol has essentially become Canelo's stunt double in sparring. He's slipping into the Mexican champ's rhythm, matching his compact stance, and even imitating that signature subtle head movement that sets up the brutal left hook to the liver. We're talking about hours of controlled sparring, where Errol is pressing forward, cutting the ring, and throwing that perfectly timed uppercut, forcing Bud to react, adapt, and sharpen his counters.
This problem in life was overcoming myself. But once I defeated myself, the only thing left
They're drilling slip and pivot combinations so Bud can evade the uppercut and still be in position to fire back with sharp counters. They're working on double feints, the kind that tempt an opponent into overcommitting, something Caleb Plant flashed against Canelo but didn't sustain long enough to make it count.
As you can see, that shit laced. Smoking on that one.
What I'm telling you is this though. I'm proud of you though. I'm just happy I'm in this era.
I'm happy you're able to witness it.
Errol's even mixing in unexpected pressure bursts, trying to trap Bud against the ropes and see how he handles fighting his way out, because that's where Canelo loves to eat opponents alive.
Errol Spence is back, and guess who helped him fall in love with boxing again? His old rival Terence Crawford. Yes, the same Crawford who beat Spence last year is now training with him. No rematch, no drama, just mutual respect and hard work. Fans are shocked. Is Spence ready to dominate 150 for pounds? Will Crawford really beat Canelo? This comeback story just got real. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos.
Why Errol? Because not only does he have a similar build and style components that can mimic Canelo's power stance, but he also has the rare advantage of having faced Bud in the ring himself. He knows firsthand how Crawford reacts under fire, when he's vulnerable, and how he likes to set traps. That kind of insider knowledge? You can't buy it, and right now, it's all being used to make Bud as unpredictable and dangerous as possible. And the word is, Errol's been quietly telling people close to him, Bud's quicker than ever. His jab, straight up nasty. If Canelo doesn't adjust, he's gonna get picked apart. And coming from a man who went 12 brutal rounds with Crawford, that's not hype, that's a warning. So when Errol finally broke his silence to the media, everyone was waiting to see if he'd play it cool or go all in. Spoiler alert, he went all in. That's huge. Errol's not the type to hype unnecessarily. If he's saying he's ready, it means he's seen something special in camp. And let's be real, the optics are crazy. A former opponent now openly backing his one-time rival? Fans are eating this up, and it's low-key uniting two fan bases that were at war last year.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yep.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out until that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get down.
That's right, that's right.
The hype for Canelo versus Terence Crawford isn't just because it's two pound-for-pound greats going toe-to-toe. It's because this fight is literally breaking the limits of what we thought was possible.
What do we always tell boxing casuals? The sport is called boxing, not knockout. Listen to Bud Crawford explain how he beats Canelo Alvarez.
I don't gotta stop him. I just gotta beat him. I'm not going in there looking to knock Canelo out. Could it happen? Yes, absolutely. You know, when I look at Canelo, he's a smaller, bigger guy moving up in divisions. You know, being that these big guys is slower, so they might catch him with something, but he might see it at the last moment. You know, they might catch him with a hard shot, but he's able to roll and turn with it. You know, because he's coming from a smaller weight class that was faster, that was sharper. You know, I'm coming from a smaller weight class that's faster and sharper. So if he get hit with a sharp punch that he don't see, he's definitely capable.
Canelo's been dominating at super middleweight, walking around looking like a tank carved out of granite, while Crawford's natural home is way down at welterweight.
No, I'm saying at once.
Right.
I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right in one jump.
Yeah, in one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
That's not just a couple of pounds difference. We're talking about a guy who's fought as low as 135 pounds, stepping up to challenge a man who's comfortable cutting down from the 182nd. And in boxing, size isn't just about how much you weigh. It's about reach, durability, and the ability to absorb punches without folding. Canelo's used to walking through heavy shots from legit super middleweights, while Crawford's power, as dangerous as it is, has never been tested against someone this thick, this powerful, and this experienced at a higher weight. But here's the twist. Sometimes, speed, precision, and ring IQ can completely erase a size disadvantage. Crawford's whole career has been about making bigger, stronger fighters look silly. He's the type who can dodge a punch by a millimeter, slip inside, and make you pay 3 times before you even reset.
He might be even stronger than Canelo. He might pack the weight on well, that he might do really well in there. So look,
You fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them? Obviously, he's way.
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference. And they both hit hard. Yeah. Because, and you can see the strength. You know, when I was fighting against Crawford, I didn't think Crawford was that strong, but when he kind of moved me around a little bit, he is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go up and fight Canelo?
The question is, will that genius translate when the guy in front of you is not just heavier, but one of the greatest pressure fighters of this era? That's why the world is glued to this, because it's not just skill versus skill, it's physics versus brilliance.
Listen, I get a lot of texts asking how I'm doing, how camp is going, so I figured I could just put it up in one post. So I'm in the mountains. This dude's about to beat the brakes off Canelo and be the greatest boxer of all time, and I get to play a part in it. All is well, truly well. We good. I'm good. I'm real good.
The boxing world is split right now because when it comes to Canelo versus Crawford, there's no middle ground.
You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
You're either Team Bud or Team Cinnamon, and both sides are riding hard for their guy. On one hand, you've got the Crawford believers, the ones who swear his timing, adaptability, and fight IQ are so elite that size won't even matter.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel
of course, yeah. I like Terence. But I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford. But it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
Then there's the Canelo army, fans who've watched him go to war with Golovkin, bully light heavyweights, and eat punches from guys who hit like trucks without so much as blinking. To them, Crawford's in over his head, and they're betting Canelo's body shots alone will be enough to drain him by the middle rounds.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
The debates are getting so heated that even retired champs, trainers, and analysts are picking sides. And the best part? Nobody can agree.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Let's zoom out. This isn't just a camp update. This could be one of those rare crossovers that defines an era. Imagine the narrative. 2 rivals who put on a fight of the decade, then teamed up to take down one of the sport's biggest names. If Bud beats Canelo, this becomes part of boxing folklore. And for Errol, this could spark his own comeback. He's been quiet since the Crawford loss, but training alongside Bud keeps him sharp. Rumor is he might fight at 154 next, maybe even for a title shot late next year. Bottom line, both guys win from this partnership, and boxing fans win too. So, where does this leave us? Well, Canelo's camp has reportedly taken notice. Word is, they're now studying both Bud and Errol tapes to prep for every possible wrinkle Bud might throw. This fight's buildup is already electric, but now we've got a subplot, the Spence-Crawford alliance. It's drama, it's strategy, and it's history in the making. Errol said it best, he's ready. And if that's true, boxing might be about to witness another Crawford masterclass, this time against one of the sport's greatest. And that's the inside scoop on what's going down in Crawford's camp with Errol Spence Jr. right by his side. Do you think this is the genius move that'll help Bud dethrone Canelo? Or is this all smoke and mirrors, giving fans something to talk about before the real fight? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you're hyped for this fight, and hit subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.